Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tessia and these are beauty lessons, what God is speaking, teaching, and revealing to me. Today's lesson is called God's Goodness Through Goodwill Finds. So I have been shopping some recently. It seems like every spring I do a Goodwill shop, and I like to go on Dollar Day so that I can get some items for $1 instead of multiple. But I went on Tuesday. I'll start first of all with my first shopping story that God provided for and blessed me with. So on Tuesday, my friend is getting married and she went wedding dress shopping. We went wedding dress shopping with her. We went to a used bridal boutique, a used wedding dress store, and they donate a portion of their proceeds to fight sex trafficking. So we went, and my friend is a missionary, and she was not sure if she would be able to buy a real wedding dress, my friend Shayna. And so because she, can't really afford it, and she was thinking, oh, I really want a dress though. So we went, we prayed that God would anoint the trip and the time, and that she would find something, and she actually found something exactly in her price range, exactly in her size, needing no alterations. And that is very unique and wonderful that the Lord provided for her in that way. And it was a dress that as soon as she put it on, she said, I love it. I love it. I just want to wear it all the time. I never want to take it off. And so of course we knew, well, that's the one. You haven't had that reaction to any other dress. So God really provided for her faithfully. And one of the other bridesmaids actually found a dress there. So that, God provided for her. I think it was $25. So it was like, wow, praise God. That's good. So we went bridesmaids dress shopping after that. And I prayed, Lord, please anoint our time, and our shopping like you did Shayna's. Please help us to find things that are very inexpensive and work perfectly. And so we went to a couple stores. They had nothing at all. And then we went to Ross, which is typically where I always find my bridesmaids dresses. Seems to be without fail. But we went and I prayed, and I grabbed two that matched they have to be a certain color and floor length. So I grabbed two that matched the color scheme, which the colors are kind of hard to find the right tone in. It's like a fuchsia and a lilac and a mulberry, but the fuchsia that is in stores is not a pretty fuchsia. It's like a Barbie fuchsia, whereas this fuchsia, is a prettier fuchsia. So really, really, really hard to find a dress in the right color. And I grabbed two. One totally didn't work. The other one, I looked like I was in a toga, and I would make work if I had to. But we went to the clearance rack, and my friend had already looked, and she said, no, there's nothing over there, because she's looking for a bridesmaid's dress too. So we went through, and I looked one more time, and I pulled out this dress that was a nice mulberry color, which is like a dark kind of like purple wine color rather than a red wine color. And I looked long enough. It was marked a very small size. So I was like, well, Lord, if I can fit into this, it will be a miracle. I tried it on, fit perfectly. And it was long enough for me and everything. $20. I was like, thank you, God. Found some shoes on the rack, and I just felt like God provided so perfectly. It was the only dress there. There was no other. There wasn't another one like it. And I felt like God just had it there waiting for me. And he's so faithful to provide when we seek him and when we ask him. So then we went hunting for my friend Summer, because she is the maid of honor, and she needs a dress. She couldn't find anything there. And so we went to multiple stores, but one store we stopped at was Goodwill. And I was planning on going to Goodwill on Thursday, because that is their dollar day anyway. But we went that day, and while we were there, we did find a dress for her that potentially could work. So that's good, inexpensive and right length and everything. But while we were there, I need a backpack. We are going to be going on trips this summer. I need like a purse backpack that isn't too small where like nothing fits in it. I need it to hold like water bottle and lunch and all my normal purse stuff. And I need it to hold all my things and be able to go on outreaches with it. And so I need like kind of a large purse, really small regular backpack. I don't want, a regular backpack can be like too bulky. But a purse like backpack that's large can be the perfect thing. So I want like a leather one that can hold up and endure. And so I found one there. She somewhere found one there, and it was exactly the same as one of her backpacks that she has that I really, really like. I really like the style and the pockets and everything about it, but it was the wrong color. It was like this yellow brown color, and I am a fan of brown, but I am not a fan of like the red browns or the yellow browns. I like the more muted browns that are closer to like a tan or a chocolate rather than the stronger yellow or red browns. So totally the wrong color. And I put it on and I put it back on the rack and I said, Lord, I'm just going to trust that you're going to provide the right thing. We put a gospel tract in it, prayed for the person who was going to get it. And I said, God, I trust you. Okay. So then Wednesday comes and I'm like, maybe I should have gotten that backpack because the trips are coming up. I didn't even ask how much it was because the sticker wasn't on it. It wasn't marked. I don't know how much it was. They could have given it to me for really cheap. Most of the bags there are marked at like $7 or $5. So I said, okay. So Wednesday comes around and I said, okay, Lord, I hope I did the right thing. And I felt like God said to me, remember the water bottles. So I had this 20-ounce water bottle that's insulated that I loved. I got it right before David and I got married because I needed a water bottle for the airplane. And it was the right size. Like my hands are small, so my hand could wrap around it and hold it easily. I don't really like anything more than 20 ounces because then I feel like I'm drinking out of like a huge jug. But less than 20 ounces, it's like really big for just a small amount of water. So I loved this bottle, but this bottle broke. The lid broke off of it and like the rubber sealing broke. And so I could no longer use it. And so I was looking for a water bottle. And I bought one on Amazon that was 17 ounces that I didn't totally love. That wasn't as skinny as my first one, but I ended up keeping it because I thought, Lord, there's nothing else out there. Like I have looked for months. I'm just going to get this water bottle. Well, I got it in winter. So you don't really need an insulated bottle in winter because it's cold out anyways. So I had a little plastic bottle that I was using, a reusable plastic one that was the right size. And I was using that instead. So then when we were setting up for the fair, we needed tape. So I went to Ace Hardware to get some white tape, some white Gorilla tape. And while we were there, I found my exact water bottle because I can't buy it online. The ones online are ugly. So I find my exact water bottle that's 20 ounces and it has this pretty flower pattern on it. And it's the right price. So I got it. And now it's the only bottle I use. I don't ever use the other one that I first got. And I thought, Lord, why did I ever get that bottle? I should have just waited for you and trusted that you were going to, because I prayed. I said, God, please provide me with a water bottle. I can't find a water bottle. And so it's interesting. I note that God provided this water bottle right when it's getting hot, right? In April, it's starting to get warmer. I was going to need it for the fair. And it's like, wow, God provided perfectly exactly what I wanted. The right size, the right color, the right everything, the right price. And so on Wednesday, when I'm doubting if I should have gotten this backpack, God says, remember the water bottle. Okay, Thursday rolls around. We decide to go back to the Goodwill to get, see what's there, get some dollar discount things. And I intentionally was going back to see if that backpack was there because I was like, if they have it, I'm going to get it just in case. So we go and we look, it's not there. And I'm disappointed. And Summer pulls out another backpack that's like a chocolate brown color. And I'm thinking, I don't like that one as much. It doesn't look as nice. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Feeling dissatisfied. And she says, well, if you don't get it, I'm going to get it. And I thought, okay, well, I need a backpack, so I should get it. It's just $7. It's brown. It's, kind of the right color. And I was thinking the whole time there was like this pair of boots in my mind that I have that are like a red, brown color. And I mean, it's the closest I have to red brown. They're not truthfully like a full-on red brown, but it's the closest I have to a red brown. And I was thinking like, oh, that other backpack would have matched better. I should have just gotten that other backpack. So I get this backpack anyways. And I'm thinking like, oh, I don't really like it that much. And we got some other things there. God is so faithful to provide. I got lots of skirts for $1 at the end. We looked at skirts. I got like 3 or 4 skirts that were all the right color tags. So they were all $1. And I got some new dresses and things that I need. And God is just so faithful to provide. So I get home and I try the backpack with these boots that I was thinking. They match perfectly. The chocolate brown is not too chocolate. And I was thinking, wow, God, I can't believe I didn't trust you. I am so grateful for this backpack. I am so grateful that you, and here it is. Here's the backpack that I'm speaking of. It has water bottle holders and lots of pouches, and it's super big and deep and everything. But I set the backpack down kind of near my closet, and I felt like God said, why didn't you trust me? Like, do you trust me, Tessia? And I thought, oh, Lord, I don't know why I don't trust you. I don't know why I don't think that you actually know better, that you actually know what you're doing. Because color matters to me. I am a color person. I see the tones of colors and the depths of colors, and I don't like colors that don't match well together. So God knows this about me. He made me this way, and he provided for me perfectly. Even on Wednesday, he said, remember the water bottle, because I don't need that second water bottle now. And truthfully, I used that second water bottle on Tuesday when we were out shopping, and I left it in the car, and the insulation did not last like it's supposed to. My ice melted and the water was warm, and I thought, this is not a very good water bottle. And so when we provide for ourselves, when we seek to make our own solutions to things, instead of waiting for God's perfection, instead of holding out for what God has for us, often we're left dissatisfied. We're left settling. And God doesn't want us to settle for less than his best. And so even in this little backpack shopping lesson, God's showing me, Tessia, I have what's best for you. I know what's best. Will you trust me? Will you wait on me? Will you let me finish my work in your life and really do things my way? You know, often we stop short, or we sell ourselves short of God's best because we want the solution now. We don't want to wait for God's best. We want it fixed now. So we settle for something that's less than the best. I mean, think about relationship or a spouse. So many people settle for less than the best because they want to be married now. Think about a job. So many people settle for less than the best because they want financial solutions now instead of waiting on God's perfect provision. Think about so many things, what you're going to do with your future, where you're going to go to college, what you're going to do with your job. I know people who have gotten the wrong job because they want to know what's going to happen now instead of waiting on God's best. And so God was just reminding me, Tessia, I have good plans for you. I have what's best for you. Will you wait on me? Will you let me give you my answer in my time? And I thought, okay, Lord, I'm going to trust you. From now on, please help me to trust you. But it was just a challenge to me of God saying, Tessia, do you trust me? I know what's best. Do you trust me? Something else that God provided while we were there is this sign. It says, make every day count. And it's all the right colors. I love every color and all the flowers and everything about it. I love. And it was only $5. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. I don't really get stuff like this for myself very often unless I really, really like it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it because God is speaking to me recently about having a better attitude, having an attitude that every day is valuable. Every day is good. God has good things for every day. Having an attitude of joy, an attitude of strength, an attitude of hope. God's really been speaking to me about that. And so when I saw this, make every day count, I thought, you know what? Every day is supposed to be a good day. Every day is supposed to be a blessed day in the Lord. I am supposed to find my fulfillment and my satisfaction in him. And I don't want to live through any more days where I'm hopeless or I'm in despair or I'm sad. I want to live through my days with joy, with peace, with strength, with vigor. And that's every single day. That's not the culmination of all my days. I do want that in the culmination of all my days, but I also want it in today. Sometimes we can think of hope as something that is only in the future and we can't experience it now. It's like, well, I'm hoping for that then, but for my today now, I'm just going to have to wait. And truthfully, we can experience joy and peace and hope and freedom today, now. I can have God's joy now, even if things aren't going the way I want them to go. I can have God's peace now, even if I don't have the answers that I want to have. I can have God's presence with me now. And so I was just really blessed by it and really grateful that God brought me to it and provided me with it. because he loves me and he wants to bless me, and I'm just really grateful for it. Another verse that I thought that goes with it is, because it says make every day count, would be teach us to number our days. Lord, give us a heart of wisdom and teach us to number our days. You know, our days are so short here on this earth, and if we really knew how short our days were, I don't think we'd waste time doing half the things that we do. I wouldn't want to waste time in sadness and despair, in frustration. I'd say I don't have time for that. God has more for me than that. So it just really blessed me. So I pray that this video about God's provision throughout the week, you know, I know it's about shopping, and shopping can be something that's so earthly or carnal, but God has made it spiritual in my life this week. He's spoken to me through it. And so I pray that this encourages you, that you really, whatever it is that you're waiting on God to provide answers, provide a solution, provide healing, provide finances, provide direction, provide a spouse, whatever it is you're waiting on God to provide, my encouragement for you would be to trust him in his timing, because God's timing is perfect and fully trustworthy. God's provision is perfect. What he has for you is perfect. Will you trust him? Will you let him lead you down the path that he is leading you down? Not down someone else's path, down the path that he is leading you down. Will you walk the straight and narrow with Jesus Christ and cling to him and have intimacy with his spirit while you're waiting for the answers, while you're waiting for the solution? Will you make today count? Okay, I pray that this video blesses you. I pray that God speaks to you through it and that you are encouraged in your walk with Jesus Christ. I pray you all have a blessed and a beautiful week, a week filled with God's beauty. See you next time. Bye.